Well, I don't know if I can just say when, because you asked for this, and if anything, you're the one who should be more prepped for it. This is a very strange time for us to be recording.
No, I said we just do like a little catch up and talk about like
Oh,
shit.
did you just miss your friends?
I just miss my friends.
Welcome back to the Roadish Podcast, where Armand misses his friends.
I'm sorry, okay? I don't have many friends anymore because they've all,
No,
don't have any.
let's be
Yeah.
honest now. Most likely it's because all you do is work, and the only day that you ever have free, ever, seems to be Sunday before 4.
Or even today's special because we have a Christmas dinner. Otherwise, I'd be working Sundays as well.
You need to have some more days off, my dude.
No, I do. I've got Mondays and Tuesdays and Saturdays.
You have Mondays and Tuesdays off. You haven't been on anyway, Mondays and Tuesdays.
Oh yeah, I know, but like I've been away. Like, I'm a busy person. I'm
Just away.
occupied. Yeah, I've been away. Like New Year's, I was in another city, and then before that, I was either in work or I was like at family events for Christmas and whatnot.
Right.
And then
And this is
I
your
was just
is this your reasoning as to why you have no friends?
yes, I just work a lot and I spend time with my family and my girlfriend. That's it. That's all I do with my time.
Okay, well, why are we here? Today we're doing a half-hour podcast because that's the
Doing
new
half-hour podcast.
it's the new setup that we've got. As you mentioned, it was kind of a, I don't know if you would call it a suggestion. One of our clips essentially was like expecting people to listen to an hour of people that they have no clue about, that we haven't really explained too much about ourselves, just in general. So we were going down like that route of like the half-hour kind of like snippet type of things. Still going to be doing some clips and whatnot. I've been making quite a bit for my TikTok just because they're so much easier now, and I won't lie, okay? Going back into the streaming thing takes up a lot of time, and as I found out the other day, do not edit clips on stream. Not that the PC can't handle it, it's just things go wrong very quickly because you're asking a lot of something that is very difficult. But other than work, Armand, what have you had going on? What's been different? What's changed? It's the new year now. What's actually going
on? I'm finally in a healthy relationship, surprisingly.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
What do you consider healthy? Ignore the person. Don't say anything about the other person. What do you consider healthy to start with?
Having good communication, set boundaries for things, like I don't know, like respecting each other,
Okay.
have
It's
communicating our issues, like sure, sometimes, like being able to understand what we are communicating, like, let me explain. So like sometimes me, because I'm retarded, right?
True.
I can't communicate properly, right?
Fine.
Well, this person will sit with me, right? And will I said this person like I'm dating a guy. She will sit with me and listen through me just ramble on about words until she actually gets the gist of it, and like we're just like patient and stuff, like I haven't tried to manipulate her yet.
Yet. Don't finish that with a yet. That doesn't work if I haven't tried to manipulate her yet. Okay, yeah, this is sounding super healthy.
Jeez. It is. It's 10 times better than any of my older relationships.
Okay, are you gonna completely flip and do a 180 when it all comes down in flames?
I don't know yet. I can't. I'm hoping it doesn't come down in flames. Like
well, obviously everyone hopes that it doesn't come down in flames.
If it does, then oh well.
Okay, hopefully you would at least like see it as a learning experience. It's gonna be it's tough. All of it is tough. Like Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and be. I need to forget who you are, and I need to try and put on my be a friend cap.
Um,
I'm really having a hard time.
So it's taking off the cunt cap and it's putting on the be a friend cap.
Yeah, but the be a friend cap has a lot of dust on it, and I don't actually know where it is right now. Okay. Ugh. What's the be a friend cap look like? Okay, fine. I've already lost the words. I respect that you've at least gone into it with an open mind, that this is a healthier relationship than what you have been in the past, because of all of the shit talk that we've had over your previous relationships have very much been shit talk.
Yes. Yeah.
I want to say the reasoning behind saying hopefully you'll learn from it is because at the time that it will go wrong, because there should always be a small thing in the back of your head of, if things go wrong, how will I react in that circumstance? Because, and only because, typically speaking anyway, and speaking from personal experience, is because you don't want to lose your fucking mind at the end of it. You don't want to absolutely
we
go
don't
off the
want to do
rails.
that again.
Yeah.
We don't want to do that again. Not never again.
Yeah. So we, as human beings, oddly enough, have emotions. They take over quite easily, but there still needs to be the thing in the back of your head to be like, you know what? It was a good run, and I learned this from it. I understood how a slightly healthier relationship works in terms of communication, as you mentioned. So, if it all goes down in flames, I'll use that phrase, if. Let's say if instead. That there's that thing in the back of your head to just remind you, be a little bit sane, try to take away the good points, and live with that. Obviously, the bad points are probably going to outweigh the good points. It's probably why you broke up. But if it comes to that, hopefully things go well afterwards, and you can move on into other relationships. You can also learn from the red flags, which I feel like you may have already done a little bit of.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there'll be the little things that you carry forward.
Yeah, I've omitted. I've made sure, like I have a list in my notes with
That's
previous red
extreme.
flags.
Okay. Previous red flags.
And previous red flags and like the severity of them.
Okay.
And if a girl meets, like, if a girl, right? So if each red flag has a scale from 1 to 100, right?
A big scale, but okay.
Big scale, but it needs to be. It needs to be, because it's not the same as is like if she doesn't trim her toenails every other week compared to if she hates her dad. They're not the same thing, you know. You need.
I feel like both of these are on your list. Oh, for fuck's sake! Okay, let's
Right.
go through these. How many are there? How many red flags do you have on this note?
Okay, one sec. Let me
Okay.
open up my notes up.
Because I feel like some of these could be like, I mean, if you want to like put it under subcategory of like general health things or like hygiene.
There's only 10 major ones. There's like little ones, but like the little ones.
How many is there altogether? That was the question I asked. How many is there?
74. But there's 10 big ones.
74 parameters in which you'd be okay with someone doing something in a relationship.
No, like, but they're different because, as you said, there's 10 main ones, and then within the 10
I didn't say that. You said that. The 10 main ones, that's already, there's a fair
10
few.
main ones, and then they have like subcategories, Like,
there's like subcategories in maybe those big 10 ones. Okay, that's fine. My next question would be, how many of, let's say, the 10 ones have some sort of involvement from you?
What do you mean by that?
As in, are all of them directly reflective of the other person? Are any of them like, if this person does this, but I respond like this is a red flag? Or is all of it like, if this person does this thing, fuck them. If this person does this thing, also fuck them.
Okay.
Any of them like...
A few are my response, but not all of them.
Okay. I'm trying to see how much like self-reflection you've also put into this list, because if all of it is if this person has this haircut, fuck them, and it's like, okay, like, let's calm down a little bit, because if you were to do the same thing, would you also think, maybe this other person should also see it as a red flag?
All right, no,
The
but
toenail
like,
clipping one. But yeah, let's go. I want to go through these. This is what we're doing now. We're going through these. What you consider red flags that you've made a list of 74 of them. Ugh. Okay. I need to
listen
give you
to
one.
me.
I can round it to 75. Having a red flag list of 74 is a red flag. Okay, I'm giving you one of them. Fuck me. Right, go on.
Oh.
Let's work our way through some of these and see how we go.
Okay. One that absolutely disgusts me is being obsessed with a celebrity. But like, when I mean obsessed with a celebrity, I mean your whole life revolves around them to the point that if that celebrity would be to come into your life, you would drop anyone and everything for you to just live with that celebrity. You know?
Okay, I can reword it for you. Having a parasocial relationship. Essentially, like idolizing someone to the point that you feel like they're almost your friend, or that you could have some sort of stronger bond with that particular person because of how you feel towards them and they have no idea how they feel towards you.
Exactly.
So a
74.
parasocial relationship.
Yeah,
Um,
that
I
big
can.
red flag for me because I don't know. It just makes me feel uncomfortable when I hear my partner say, "Oh, he is the fittest man alive. I would let him have me anyway. You know, just like I would marry him in a second while we're in a relationship. You know, like that's a bit like, oh, okay, there, chill out. You know, I'm your man sitting right here. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? But
Do you also have the understanding as well that this to them is a fantasy? This is a like non real reality, like mind bending gymnastics of what they're doing because you're going to have the same.
what do you mean? I
You
have the
might
same.
you might not say it out loud, but if Angelina Jolie came up to you, or I don't know whoever you'd fucking idolize to some degree or another, and the option was there, like because this can be a really funny conversation between like two people in a couple in a relationship of any kind, of being like, if you had the option, who would you go for? Because for me, it's a really weird person. It's Emma Stone. I don't know why. No idea. Just Emma Stone is just someone. Okay, I don't know, but it's not like I keep it a secret.
I don't know if you can see my camera or not.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Everyone has preferences. It's perfectly fine to have the preference, and I don't know what it is. There's just a thing in my head that is just for some reason it is Emma Stone, but
That's fair.
bit out left wing, just kind of like, okay, where the fuck did this come from in your head? But it can be a really fun conversation to be like, oh, let's dig into it a bit. Like, what is it about this person, or like, what would the scenario be? And you'd have this whole like almost shower thoughts fantasy in your mind, but you're completely recognizing at the end of it, it'd be like, I'm never meeting Emma Stone. Let's be real here, okay? I am terminally inside. This is not a possibility that is ever going to come about. If, however, if the person that you're saying about in your red flag type thing, say that they were on their phone constantly and they were checking in on this person's life on every single like news article that they could possibly find, I would see that as maybe problematic. Is that more the
This is only on my list because two of my
okay?
previous exes.
Mm-hmm.
One was awfully obsessed with The Weekend, and some viewers know who that is.
Yeah,
And
I'm
the
aware
other
of the
one,
weekend.
and no, of what ex I'm talking about.
Oh,
And the other one was
don't drop the
obsessed.
personal shit. It's fine.
And
Jesus.
the other one was obsessed with another singer. He sings. He's a guy. I can't remember. He has shit music. I don't know who he is.
For some
Can't
reason,
remember
I
his
want
name.
to say like young blood or something.
No. He's
No.
white. And he's quite.
Yeah. How would you describe him?
Harry Styles. That's the one.
Oh, Harry. Okay, that's quite a normal one. I say normal. People
Yeah.
more go for that kind of
Anyway,
thing.
both of them, right? They would be like, you know how you can repost on TikTok?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, both of them would be like the whole repost was like either The Weekend or Harry Styles. Uh, right. So the other one, so the one that was obsessed with The Weekend,
Mm-hmm.
she had a fucking wallpaper of The Weekend.
I wouldn't say that's that insane.
No. That's okay. And then right, that is what it is, right? but she would talk about him so much whenever you'd bring up like because he at one point I think he got a cat, and then we
Hmm.
were talking about cats, and she's like, "Oh, the weekend has a cat." And I was like, "Okay,
So
you
if so
sure?"
you'd more have an issue if they revolve their lives too much around like an
Yeah,
idol of theirs.
exactly, exactly,
Okay.
exactly. Like their life just revolved around
What this other person was doing.
this other person. And it's like, okay, it doesn't really matter. They're
Yeah,
basically just not real.
yeah.
They're basically not real.
If they were to
Uh,
like they wouldn't really have much personality of their own because their personality trait was they like this person.
exactly.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay. I'm more with you. I'm more with you. Okay, let's go. Let's do another point. Let's do another one.
Having a lot of guy friends that you're really, really close to. Now, this is. Let me further explain this before I come off as a insecure or a dickhead or whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? Let me explain this. Uh, there was a few girls that I've dated in the past that had a lot of guy mates, and you know when a girl says, "Oh, don't worry about him. I've known him for years. I've known him for years." Uh, the girl always ended up cheating on me with that one guy, or with the group of guys, with 7 at a time sometimes. Only once, but still, that's once too many.
Okay.
That's once too many, Rune. So yeah, boy mates, like I don't know. For me, I don't like it. It just I don't feel comfortable with my girlfriend having a lot of guy mates. Like, sure, you have one. Like, right? Let's say your girl, like, so you're my girlfriend, right? And you have a
Am
friend
I?
who's a girl.
Okay.
Yes, you are, Rune. You're my girlfriend, right? And you have a girl friend. No, not a
Hmm.
girlfriend, but like a girl who's a friend.
Yeah, I get what you
And
mean.
she and her boyfriend is also your friend.
Okay.
That's fine. That's okay. I'm okay with that. That's okay, right? Because that's like acceptable because you didn't like go out of your way to go make friends with another guy, you
Hmm.
know? Like that always fucked me in the head because the amounts of girls that I've had, they usually like go out. They're like, oh, I like to be friends with boys. There's so much less drama. And they just go out their way to make friends with guys. Like
So what you
you are
just
going you're going
gone.
out of your way to speak to other men while you're in a relationship with me, and I'm not comfortable
I
with
don't
that.
think
I don't.
that's not the inherent part that I think you should focus on. You said it in a very brief bit of what you just mentioned that I think hits more than what you think it does. Um, Again, this is just a personal anecdote from mine. If someone has a lot of friends and a lot of them end up being men anyway, I personally wouldn't see that as much as an issue. I don't think you should either because this person might just be a really sociable person, gets along with a lot of different people for a lot of different reasons. Um, when it comes to if you were to ask why, or you figure out that they don't have many of the same sex friends, that's where like the little phrase that I think you said was like, "Oh, I don't have many girlfriends because there's too much drama." Usually, I would say that's inherently a little bit more of a red flag than just having a lot of guy friends, is because usually they're the issue within the group of friends. So it kind of goes against their like personal taste in how, or their personal um
Belief.
I would say more their personal attitude towards having other
Oh, okay.
girlfriends, is that the way that they go about those friendships is very drama based. Because
Yeah.
if you say you right now have 10 friends and then you shit talk to me, all of them, the common denominator is you. And you're like,
Yeah.
this person's shit for this reason, this person's shit for this reason, this person. You could have it exactly on the other end if you end up having like speaking to someone and be like, and then they shit talk all of their other friends to you. They are also shit talking you to their other friends, because I wouldn't call them friends because you're shit talking them to start with. It is what it is. Um, but yeah, it would be more their personal attitude towards having those type of relationships or how they act in them. I
Yeah.
feel like that could be more concise way. Essentially, that yeah, that they're the one being the drama rather than oh
Yeah.
having
But still,
girlfriends is drama.
guys as friends for a girl, I don't trust them. I don't like them. I just don't. For me, no. I can't.
That's
It's
fair.
not. It's not. It's not for me. You know.
Yeah. As you get
Well,
older, you'll probably notice anyway that a lot of the people that you may end up dating or being friends with will have just more guy friends in general.
no, it's okay to have guy friends,
Yeah.
but what I'm not okay with is when you have a guy friend, right? And then you go out, you and him, you and just him, and you go back to his house or some shit, or you go just go out. It's like that's like basically going on a date, but you ain't recognizing it. Like that's not okay. You know?
It could be seen that way, yeah.
Like you can have guy friends, but I just don't give them the exact same amount of attention, the type of attention you give to me. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I can see that. It's very I'd say it's very much dependent, but I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Okay, let's,
Right.
let's go for another point. Let's go for another. We'll do like two or three more or something. I'm enjoying these points.
Promiscuous. Right? Now
Oh God.
let me
Oh
further explain this. Let me further explain this point.
Okay.
Really hating it. Uh, right. So what I mean by that is
Mhm.
when she displays herself on a day-to-day basis to other people and like is very flirtatious with everyone, is very, is just out there posts like this person that I was dating, she used to post a lot of thirst traps on TikTok,
Mhm.
right? While we were together. And I asked her a couple of times, why do you post those? And she was like, oh, I post them for myself. And then and then I would see the comment, and then she would like every single fucking comment. There used to be like hundreds of them, right? She's like all the comments, and then I was like, "Oh, you're so hot, you're so hot." And obviously, she's doing it for the attention. She's not doing it for herself. She's doing it for the attention. She's doing it
Mhm.
for all that, right? And I get you need to have a certain level of confidence to post those things, and you need to, yeah. But like, right, and then whenever we'd go out, she'd always put on like a hoodie and like long pants and show jack shit. But when she'd go out with her friends, she'd dress like Jesus Christ, like she was basically going to the beach. And like I was like,
I'm not going to make much comment on the dressing. However, like, okay, yeah, it could be an attention-seeking behavior. If the person on the other end, this is just a curious thing that I have anyway. Say if the person was posting what you'd consider thirst traps and all that kind of thing, and you were to ask why, uh, and they gave you, let's say, two reasons, just some that I can think of off the top of my head. It's like, oh, I quite like the social validation that I get from the attention of other people. And they're like fully recognizing and be like, it might not be healthy, but it makes my brain feel good. And that's how it helps me, is that I don't give a fuck about any of these people, but they're watching my content, they're liking it, and that gives me a dopamine hit in my head because that's kind of the point of social media. And they, what if they were like fully recognizing, like, yeah, that's just what it is. And say then the second point being that it's like, yeah, my the content that I put out attracts a lot of men, and that's the type of content I put out because it feeds into my first part, is that if I'm going to appeal to an audience, it's not going to be all the, let's say, girly things. I'm going to go out and do my nails and let's get ready with me, and I'm going to do my nails because that doesn't do it for my head. That doesn't give me the dopamine hit that I need. The easiest way for me to farm attention from other people is through men, because I can post thirst traps, but at the end of the day, I still don't give a fuck about any of these people. It just helps my brain for a little bit, makes me feel good, and then I move on with the rest of my day. Would that be like a more
see,
reasonable?
if I got that answer, I would have been very happy,
Okay.
right?
So it
I
very
was
much
like,
depends on, it's not the action in and of itself, it's their
no,
response to it, to like, or whether it sounds reasonable if what they're doing is either self-recognized
yeah,
or
I'm a reasonable person, but when she said, "Oh, I'm doing it for myself," and I knew she wasn't doing self because that relationship didn't last long, but that's besides the point.
Mhm.
Uh, but it's like, come on, no, because what pissed me off
That's a
so
shit
much.
reason. Come on. It's like, I need a bit more than that.
But what pissed me off so much is she would go out with her friends every fucking weekend,
Hmm.
and she would be dressed in dresses that were a piece of string, basically, right? Uh, and then whenever we'd go out, we could go out to fancy places, nice places, no matter where we'd go, right?
Hmm.
She would dress terribly, like she'd that was embarrassed to be seen with me.
Okay.
You know,
I could kind of see it looping in my head to the same thing of like, yeah, they're farming that attention from an outside source because it makes them feel good for a little bit. But
yeah.
I also get what you mean in that, like, I wouldn't say it's provocatively. Maybe it is like provoking thoughts in the other person. Like, definitionally, it could be like provocatively. So yeah, I can see it looping, but I can also see it on the other end of like you're farming the attention for the wrong, what I would consider like an immoral outcome while being in a relationship, but it only depends on where that outcome comes from. But
Yeah.
we'll see. Go on, then, let's do another. We'll do one more.
I'll do one more. Let me get one of my favorite ones.
At some point, if it's requested, we'll go over a few more of them. We'll grab some of the smaller ones, maybe.
Okay.
Oh no, you specifically picked this one. This is gonna be a shit post and a half.
Okay, we're not going over this one. This one is a joke. Okay, this one is a joke.
Okay, well, maybe we'll do two if it's a joke. Okay, I'll take it with a bucket of salt.
We're not doing this one. We're not doing this one. I'm just reading it for the fun.
Okay, go on. Yeah, I'll glance over.
I'm sorry, I can't read this with a straight face.
Great. This is off to a great start. I'm worried.
Won't take care of the house because she's an independent woman. That's retarded to me because I wrote this as a joke when I was drinking with my friends, and they were like, "Oh yes, you need the fucking housewife. What the fuck are you doing?" And obviously, like, I'm okay with my wife working and wherever. Like, obviously, go follow your career, whatnot. But we all thought it was funny at the time. Obviously, I don't believe
I'm
this.
gonna say one thing to it, and some people will pick up on the reference, and other people won't. Bang made. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. Go on, we'll do another one. It's actually one you thought of.
Yeah, my next one is wait, right there. You go. So you know those girls that are just horrible for no reason. You know,
I'd need a little bit more.
you know, there's almost like there's this like specific type of girls, right? And I've met quite a few in my life. They're just bitches for no reason, and to everyone, they're just like they're basically like kind of spoiled, but not really spoiled, and they're just horrible to everyone. They think they in the world owes them everything, you know?
Oh, entitled.
That's the one I was looking for. Yeah,
Okay.
just horrible people, and they just not nice to be around, and I don't like that, you know?
I can see it. Yeah. Selfish tendencies and plus entitled like just means a bad experience for everyone else. They're inconsiderate of other people's like either state of minds, emotions, or like physical presence at some sort of like interaction of some kind. Then yeah, fine, because it's like, well, these are what I call like emotional vampires. So that they're, you've got like your physical energy levels of like, this is how tired I am right now at any point during the day. Like for us, it's not much past 12. Like it's pretty middle of the day. I'm pretty like amped up and whatnot, going to see a movie later. Like everything's cool. At like,
Quick side note, what movie are you seeing?
I can't remember what it's called. Saltburn or something.
Saltburn. Oh
Yeah.
my lord, you will be scarred for life.
Okay. Yeah.
You will be scarred for life.
I'm watching
Someone
it later,
drinks
so
bathwater.
I don't spoil anything, but
I'm sorry.
I'll see how I
You'll be
go.
scarred.
I'm gonna eat some snacks and chill out for the evening. But yeah, go and see that later. Like, so energy levels right now, pretty decent. I've slept well, although I was up till 3:20 watching the Steve or the Destiny Alex Jones January 6th debate. If anyone wants to have a conversation about that in the future, it's fucking hilarious. But Alex Jones lost his absolute mind and looked like an unhinged arsehole. So right now, yeah, energy levels are good. Get to about 9 p.m. Might still feel a little bit sleepy. Get to about 11 p.m. I'm probably ready for bed. Like physical energy levels, pretty decent. Can be like regulated through the day. Emotionally, or like emotional energy levels, or maybe even what people would call their social battery. Yeah, you've got these these emotional vampires that essentially suck that out of you. You could be having a really good day and you can maybe put up with this person for an hour, and you can only put up with them for an hour because by that point they are so much effort to be around mentally. They are so mentally draining, and just they are gaining everything from you. Maybe it will be like a status thing that they want to hang out with you and be seen with you. Maybe it's just they want to fucking trauma dump and they don't want any feedback on what they're saying. Like, this takes a lot of like mental strain on you. That's that type of person, the entitled person that they are in their own world. No one else is considered in anything else. One thing that I have issues with more often than not isn't physical energy levels. I don't know if you would have had this before as well, that you'll hang out with someone, you'll be like, oh, I don't mind them in doses. You'll just mention that you can deal with them in doses because they are such an emotional drain. It's like my brain needs a break from you. Physically, I'm fine, but my brain is so drained of every bit of social interaction that I want to do today has been wasted on you because nothing has come out of this for me.
There's certain people I can deal with for 30 seconds, and there's certain people I can be around for days.
Yeah, of course. And obviously, hopefully with your new relationship as well, that I'm hoping that is very much the latter, that you can be around them for days and they are not emotionally draining.
No.
They can be as physically draining as they want.
Yeah. Thank you for that, Rune. Needed that.
You're welcome. But yeah, if we I don't think we'll get any requests because fuck this podcast. Okay, just let's do another like 2 minutes or so.
Okay.
Are we actually trying with this podcast?
I mean, we did well pretty far.
Okay. Hopefully, if we do the half an hour thing, Ley, hopefully you'll listen to this and maybe you'll get through to the end. I fucking hope you do. Okay, get the fucking analytics up.
Get together.
Well, Ley has now got it together because Ley, okay, I helped you put up 3 fucking screens on your wall yesterday, okay? That's why I was busy. 3 screens are mounted. Your PC setup is pretty much ready to go. Apparently, you're doing a really good thing about getting your sleep in line, okay? Armand, you also need to turn up. Everyone knows that I'm going to be here because I'm streaming every weekday. Yeah, I'm back to streaming. Every weekday for at least 2 hours, whether it be on my phone or on the PC setup that I've got. I'm also having a second PC kind of half set up for me at another location. So I'm going to be streaming regardless. So I will be online. The pod must continue.
it must, the show must go on.
Yeah.
But when? That's the big issue.
We will figure that out. That is boring bits of it.
For me, right. Here's what I suggest we do. Right, so it's best.
You know what? No one gives a shit about it on the podcast. We'll talk about it afterwards. We will figure out a particular time and date that we will then rinse and repeat over and over again.
Okay.
But hopefully the podcast will be going up weekly. Yeah. Maybe we'll do 2 if we feel like something's happened that we're on. If we're online and we want to have a quick chat about it, we can put up some 10 to 15 minute episodes as well.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Yeah.
Cool. Any final words for the pod?
Not really. It's just Happy New Year, everyone.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, everyone.
New year, new me. Go kill yourselves. In Minecraft, in a virtual machine, not real.
It's so nice, honestly.
I know, all the time. Come watch my stream.